Well, dude, I think it looks amazing. It definitely has that RC car vibe.
Get in there and look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that dirty thing.
Daniel.
What are we gonna do about you? This portion here is factory Ford Ranger. This is all that's left of it.
That's insane.
And
Hey guys, we are here at Danny's shop. Craig's over here working. About a week and a half since we were here last time. We kind of want to track progress on how everything's coming out. And as you guys see, there's a cab on there. And there's some tubes. So Danny, take us through it, man. What have you guys done since the last one?
after we got everything cut off and kind of roughly cleaned up, brought the cab in, laid it over the truck, used the hood and mini fenders to get the fender well opening centered.
Oh, okay, so you guys had to lay that out real quick to see.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we want to have the hood to make sure that wherever we put the cab, you know, it's not going to screw with the wheel opening in the front. Got it right where it needs to be. Pop some holes in the back of the cab here
Okay.
to send the pillars out the back. Just to stub them out for now.
Okay.
Some A-pillar action in there. The other side comes down, ties into the original stuff that we cut apart. We got some more tubes down here along the floor to help tie everything in.
What size tubing is that?
All the main structure will be 2-inch 120.
Okay.
Then the diagonals and bracing will be a combination of inch and a 3/4.
Okay.
095.
And that's all race stuff, right?
Yeah, and then inch and a half 095. Basically, what we have is just a rough layout so far.
Okay.
But now that these are built, everything else just kind
goes
of
on around that.
will lay in around that. Yeah, we had to get Daniel to have he took the shocks to have them all rebuilt. Shock Prep Unlimited rebuilt the shocks for him. Daniel brought these here this morning at like 6:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we need them now to lay out from the pocket up where the shock mount is going to be.
Right.
Partially inside the cab.
Okay.
So
how far in? I mean, here,
Yeah,
you could show me. Yeah. Why did Daniel want his shocks gone through right now?
He needed them rebuilt because they were all, like, literally all of them were leaking.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
This is where I'm just going to talk crap on Daniel.
Okay.
He leaves his truck dirty.
Okay.
We always just talk crap on him for...
Yeah.
I mean, just look at it. Get in there and look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that dirty thing.
Daniel.
What are we going to do about you? But anyway, the shocks are all nice and clean.
Okay. So it's basically going how far into the cab?
When the suspension's all the way at bump, the shock should be at the perpendicular to the angle between the front and rear pivot point of the trailing arm.
Okay.
So essentially, you know, up in here somewhere.
Oh, okay.
We needed the shocks to not only set the height of the shock mount, but that's going to determine where this pillar comes down and where the tube comes across the back.
Dang.
That the shock mount will be captured to.
So this does go to prove that the shocks are going to be in the cab.
Partially, the coilover will, yes.
Coilover, okay. And then so it's going to clear all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
But first, because I didn't have the shocks, we were worried that we would have to actually
That's what I was thinking.
trim this out and raise this whole thing and then have a special glass cut for it.
Right.
But we lucked out and the shocks will land. Basically, we'll have to trim part of this, but we don't have to move the window frame. So
That's
that
really cool.
Saves a lot of work.
Well, heck yeah, man. Especially if he blows out a window or something and go to a junkyard
Yeah,
versus getting a custom window cut.
exactly.
Right on. It does make the wheelbase look a little smaller.
It makes the whole thing look
Yeah.
tiny.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much it shortens. It just makes it look smaller.
Is a lot going to have to be cut off the back fender?
I haven't seen the bed sides yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
We were just mainly concerned with getting the cab right where it needed to be, so we didn't have to do a ton of work to the hood. The bed sides are easier to manipulate and work with than it is to trim the hood.
The hood and make that fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Mess with the cowl and the fenders and everything. So
Okay.
essentially, the fenders can come all the way up into here,
Okay.
under here, and then trim around, get around the cab.
Okay. Right on, man. So it looks like you guys are going to end up keeping the floor?
We were talking about that this morning. This portion here is factory Ford Ranger. This is all that's left of it.
That's insane.
And really, it probably would be a lot easier to just cut it all out and then re-sheet metal re-tin the whole thing.
Oh shoot, really?
But I don't know, kind of keep the old Ranger parts in there, so
Just for the nostalgia of
something
it.
to talk about.
Yeah, like this is Ranger.
There's still some in there.
Okay, and then all this you guys are going to keep?
It's all staying. That way we don't have to rebuild it all. We're kind of on a time budget here.
So what is this gonna look like right here? You guys are just gonna like build like a...
Yeah. We were going back and forth on either completely sealing it off, the sheet metal and the silicon bronze and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Daniel texted me today and he's like, well, are we gonna bolt the cab on? Because we originally talked about bolting the cab on.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, because if I crash it again, then it just makes it easier.
Right.
So now after today, I think we're going to
forward thinking.
We've gone back and forth like 3 different times already. Like, no, we're just going to weld it all in like a normal sealed Prerandan.
Right.
Now I think we're just going to do like just panels with like Zeus buttons to hold it all in.
Okay.
And the cab will be bolt on.
So is that still considered like a sealed cab?
It wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be more of a race truck kind of.
It's exactly like race car panels. So
Got it.
It's not sealed.
To that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. The cab is so wide, it looks about just right.
It does. It fits
does.
The track width.
It looks wild, dude. Just see the A-arms?
It has the track width and a wheelbase of a full-size truck. So
yeah.
Really, the big cab actually fits it nicely.
And it's so crazy to see the A-arms on a cab like this. Mm-hmm. And well, dude, I think it looks amazing. It definitely has that RC car vibe.
Yeah.
It looks unbelievable with these huge tires, dude. Oh my God, this thing is going to be amazing. Well, guys, I mean, I think that's pretty much for the update. I guess, Danny, if you just want to take us through what we could expect next time in a couple weeks.
Yeah. So by the time probably you come back, we'll have cage will be complete. We'll pull the cab back off.
Cool.
Weld out the whole cage, put it all back on, and that's when we will start doing tin work and sheet metal and closing it all back off.
So ideally in the middle of some tin work and sheet metal stuff.
Yeah, well, and there's shock mounts too, so.
Oh, okay. So the cage should be mostly done, but the shock work the shock mounts could definitely take a little bit longer, right?
A little bit, but we're shooting for keeping
the same timeline
as simple and minimal as possible.
Okay.
So they're not going to be some big, elaborate, bulky thing. So
just simple, clean, something easy to work on. That works.
Yep.
Works with the budget and works with the build.
Exactly.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. This is the guy for the job, man. You just get it done. Let's do it right. Strength. All right, man. Well, hey, thank you guys so much for checking this out. Hope you guys enjoyed this update. Danny and Craig are just crushing it on this thing.
Craig's been doing all the work on this.
Heck yeah.
So I can't say I'm doing it because
there's Craig.
He's just too shy to tell you about it.
That's okay. As long as we get a wave from Craig, we're good. See, there he is. All right, Craig. Stay tuned for some more updates on this thing. Well, thank you guys so much. Be sure to check out the channel, subscribe. If you guys have any questions for Danny or Prerandan, please drop it right here in the comment section. And thank you for watching. Later.
Yeah.